Hello, you're watching Shalom World News. I'm Rory McLennan coming to you from Glasgow, Scotland. Here are the latest headlines from around the world. The Jubilee year marking the 100th anniversary of the proclamation of Our Lady of Loreto as the patroness of aviators came to a close on December the 10th. Vatican Secretary of State, Cardinal Pietro Parolin, presided over the closure of the Holy Door at the Marian sanctuary in Italy, marking the end of the Jubilee year. Our Lady of Loreto was declared the patroness of aviators on March the 24th in 1920, and the Jubilee year was declared by Pope Francis on December the 8th in 2019. However, it had to be shifted to 2021 because of the COVID-19 pandemic. Cardinal Parolin imparted the blessings of the Holy Father and conveyed his greetings to believers at the shrine. In his homily, he said the Holy Mother's humility and loving obedience to the will of God encourages believers to live in prayer and charity. The shrine contains the house of the Holy Family in Nazareth that is believed to have been brought there by angels. Since Xi Jinping assumed office as the president of China in 2013, his communist government has introduced repressive laws and policies that tighten control over religions. During the recent National Conference of the Chinese Communist Party on Religious Affairs, decisions were reached to impose Marxist policies and to increase online surveillance of religion in order to strengthen national security. The president said during the conference that religions have to evolve and to adapt socialist measures, and all religious activities should be conducted within the limits of Chinese law. He also pledged the full and faithful implementation of the Communist Party's theory on religious affairs. Recently, the government has been particularly strict with respect to Christian institutions such as schools, accusing them of proselytism. On Friday, the US Supreme Court refused to block the Texas fetal heartbeat law that prohibits most abortions after the 6th week of pregnancy. However, it allowed abortion providers to challenge the law in lower courts. Pro-lifers have welcomed the move of the Supreme Court that does not address the constitutionality of the law. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton called the decision of the Supreme Court a huge win, and President of the Susan B. Anthony list Marjorie Dannenfelser hailed the ruling that allows the Texas law to remain in force. However, President Joe Biden said that he is concerned that the court allowed the law to remain and pledged his commitment to abortion rights. The verdict comes days after the top court hinted that they may be inclined to overturn Roe v. Wade that legalized abortion in 1973. Pope Francis and Catholic bishops of the United States have offered their prayers for the victims of the devastating tornadoes that tore through central and southern states in the country. Concluding his Angelus on Sunday, Pope Francis prayed for the scores of victims of the tornadoes that hit Kentucky and other areas from late on Friday to early on Saturday. The tornadoes are feared to have taken the lives of more than 80 people in Kentucky itself. Archbishop Jose Gomez of Los Angeles, president of the U.S. Conference of Catholic Bishops, and Archbishop Paul Coakley of Oklahoma City, who is the chairman of the Committee on Domestic Justice and Human Development, have also called for prayer and assistance for the emergency responders, victims, and grieving families. The bishops also urged the faithful to contribute to Catholic Charities USA, the charity arm of bishops that provides aid to the affected. The Asian nation of Timor-Leste has its first Catholic university, dedicated to Pope St. John Paul II, who is hugely popular in the Catholic majority nation. The university was inaugurated on December the 8th by Prime Minister Tormatan Ruak and Archbishop Virgilio do Carmo da Silva of Dili. During the inaugural ceremony, the Prime Minister recalled how the nation has a bond of love and devotion with the Polish Pope, who visited the country in 1989 while it was still under Indonesian rule and spoke against the persecution of East Timorese. Financed by a government subsidy, the university is aimed at forming youth in faith, tolerance, democracy and peace. Functioning from a building of the St. Joseph High School in Balide on the outskirts of the capital Dili, the university has appointed Franciscan Friar Father Joel Casimiro Pinto as its first rector, and admissions will begin in February. A London-based independent tribunal has ruled that China is committing genocide against Muslim Uyghurs and other ethnic minorities in Xinjiang province. The Uyghur Tribunal, chaired by Godfrey Nice, said that the People's Republic of China has carried out a deliberate, systematic and concentrated policy with the object of limiting and reducing Uyghur births. The tribunal, that includes a panel of UK-based lawyers and human rights experts, reached the verdict after reviewing the accounts of hundreds of victims. Along with expert witnesses, the tribunal heard live accounts from more than 30 victims during June, September and November of 2021. And those are your latest headlines. Do join us again tomorrow. In the meantime, you can visit swnews.org for more updates. Shalom.